What we want are young people who are resilient. Praise them for effort. So if they want to do something better, what do they think? I have to work harder.
Fundamentally, Matthew was talking about the growth mindset versus fixed mindset, and talking about how important it is in education to encourage young people to believe that they can develop themselves, that they are not, they don't have God-given talents, nor are they talentless. That it's very much about the participation and effort and perseverance. So that was really the message that he was giving us today.
I think that we talk a lot about what sport gives our pupils in terms of resilience, and we talk a lot about a growth mindset, that if you fail and you can learn from your mistakes. But I also think he challenged us to think about a growth mindset within our schools and how we approach our pupils, whether we have a fixed mindset towards certain pupils and a growth mindset to other pupils. And I'm sure that we will all go back and reflect on that. I think we continued on the idea of fixed and growth mindsets within education, but we also talked about rugby safety, which is obviously a very live topic at the moment, and then we talked about girls' sport. There's obviously a good news story that girls in our schools are continuing to play sport right up to the upper sixth, and we just tried to explore why that was the case. And then I asked the panellists what sport would look like in our schools in 10 years' time, and all had similar answers. I think that there's going to probably be a little bit more breadth. I think the recent survey we did said that we have 43 different sports within our schools. We suspect that that will continue to grow, but there will also be a place for the traditional team sports.
I think that the girls' sport is booming in the independent sector, and we spoke about why this was, and a lot of it tied into the 2012 legacy, and I think harvesting the work of the national governing bodies to support women in sport through whether it's football or cricket or hockey, so some different traditional models perhaps than we've known before. We talked a little bit about team competition versus competition with yourself. So I hope that people will go away thinking, I need to talk more to our directors of sport about what we're actually doing and what we measure as being a successful physical education programme.
Praise terms are aligning the young mind with the actual path they need to go on to unlock their potential, rather than insinuating that they've got some fixed gift that's going to preordain their greatness.
I think the one thing that I would take away from this morning was taking on Matthew's point about our attitude towards towards other people, whether it be staff or pupils, whether we have a fixed mindset towards them. In other words, we think they can't do certain things. I've always looked on that kind of growth and fixed mindsets internally, whether it's for me that I should have a growth mindset, and perhaps I need to generate that to other people as well.